Chiwara. I'm the CEO and founder of Human Focus Limited, a company that is truly dedicated to creating happier and healthier workplaces, workforces, and incredible communities. You see, today I do want to talk about Audacity. I just want to expand once more on our 7 A's to attracting opportunities. And in this case, Audacity is the courage to be seen, heard, and be fully here. In every city, in every small little village out there, from Harare to the highlands of Scotland, from the streets of Glasgow to the markets of Kumasi in Kenya, in tenements, in tower blocks, kitchens, and co-working spaces, there are people that are holding on to ideas, dreams even, and truths that they've been too afraid, too scared to voice out. This episode is for you, not in the shouting, spotlighting, hogging, chest thumping way the world often mistakes audacity for, but the deep, steady kind that says, I belong here, my voice does actually matter, and my presence isn't accidental, it's crucial to what we're doing here. It's claiming the space. Whether you speak with an English lilt or some Lagos rhythm or a Zimbabwean Shona accent, a Govan accent or Nairobi cadence, you actually matter. You matter. Scotland and the rest of the world is full of people who have been told to keep it down, to know their place, to wait their turn. But what if this is your turn? Just now. What if that was the case? You see, audacity, like I said in the last episode, is not arrogance. It's not ignorance either. It's not loudness. It's about walking in the room like you actually own it and claiming your ideas. It's about walking in like you belong there, like you're meant to be there and you deserve to be there, even if no one has saved your seat as yet. In psychology, this links to self-efficacy, the belief that you can influence outcomes, yes? According to Bandura's research, people with high self-efficacy try more, they risk more, and they bounce back even faster than those of us that don't. And that belief, my dear friend, is audacity. Audacity, of course, wears different clothes across different cultures. In Nigeria, it's the woman that is trading by the candlelight, but in it all, sending her children to school. In rural Scotland, is the teenager who dares to apply for London internship, despite being told folk like us don't do that. Are you with me? In India, is the coder who builds an app from a cousin's phone. Imagine. In Jamaica, is the farmer who turns his garden into a community center. Isn't that just brave? In the Hebrides, is the pensioner who learns to paint in their 70s, not for anyone else's praise, but because they always wanted to do it. Audacity is universal, but it's also very personal, deeply personal, I feel. You see, your brain, and here's where it gets fascinating. Your brain is wired for survival, not self-expression. The amygdala fires off alerts at the first sign of risk, including emotional risk. Speaking up, pitching ideas, starting over, Your brain doesn't always differentiate between a lion and a boardroom. It says better play it safe. But every time that you choose to step forward anyway, to hit send, to say, I have an idea, to admit, I want more. Is there a promotion for me here? You're shaping your brain's neurowiring. You're reshaping it. And that is neuroplasticity at work. That's what I call courage in motion. Let's talk a little bit more. about a personal experience that I had. I once walked into a meeting. It was in a boardroom. Everybody was well polished, as one may say, big names, of course. And for a second, I felt like I almost needed to fold. Not because I wasn't prepared, I had prepared, but because I felt like I needed to shrink a little bit. Like boldness, my usual boldness would be too much, honestly. Then I remembered something that my darling mom used to say. She said, if you were meant to be there, you wouldn't have known how to find the door anyway. So if you're there, it's by design. It's by God's design, my mom would say. So I always realized that if I'm in a room, I have to make the most of it. So, as my mom would say, sit up straight and speak up. And I spoke my truth. And the room did listen, because I stopped waiting to be given permission to speak loudly or speak to be heard. Now, I just want us to break down Audacity. Here's how you build it. And it's just one at a time. First, awareness of your word. The A is awareness of your word. You're not here by accident. You're not lucky. You are ready. You are ready because you prepared yourself to be in this moment. There's you. Unapologetic presence. Take up space without shrinking yourself or those around you. I say this because whether you're soft-spoken or big energy, just show up as you, as your true authentic self anyway. D is for decision-making courage. Don't let fear babysit your future. No. Every bold life is built on a series of decisions that someone almost didn't make. My partner was just sharing with me about Tesla, how it never really suffers or never almost made it after 7 years of being emotional, of being made. And therefore, I say, every bold life is built on a series of decisions someone else had to make or almost didn't make. And such is the story of so many successful companies. A is for action before approval. You rarely feel 100% ready for anything in life, I don't think. And the idea is to start anyway. So there's your A, action before approval. C is for compassionate confidence. You don't have to bulldoze. You don't have to bully your way through something. You just want to believe that you matter. You just have to believe that you matter. That's all. Don't push. Don't climb over other people's shoulders without their permission. Be compassionate in your way up. It's not about being boisterous. You just have to believe in what you bring to the table. And then I is for integrity. So I is for integrity. Audacity built on ego collapses. Audacity built on values lasts. Your integrity is everything. And T is for tenacity. You will fall. You will get no's. You will question it all, I promise you. But still, just keep going. Tenacity. And your why is your why. When you know why you're here, when you understand your purpose, you will stop apologizing for how you show up, how you authentically show up. Now, I'll ask you, where in your life are you dimming your light because someone told you to or someone mentioned you must? What would you do tomorrow if you were 10% more audacious today? Just 10%, not 100, 10%. And that tough question is, who actually benefits when you shrink? Have you thought of those behind you, those beside you that are learning, that are watching you? And who could rise when you don't? Who could rise? The world around us is changing. And in this new era, we just need more clever minds. Someone once said, but I beg to differ. We just don't need clever minds. We need brave hearts, as the Scots would say. We need voices that won't whisper their worth. We need people who say, yes, I come from a very small town, but good or good. But my ideas are big enough to be in this room. We need builders. We need dreamers. Quiet disruptors. Bold doers. You're not here to decorate space. You're here to define it. So this week, send that email. Pitch that idea. Ask the question that you've been meaning to ask somebody. Ask for your worth. Walk through the door. And if they say, who do you think you are? You say, well, I'm someone who stopped waiting for the opportunity. I create the opportunity and I'm here to let you know my ideas and what I'm worth. So I ask you, your audacity wears which kind of clothes? Is your audacity arrogance? And if it is, then it needs to change, because it shouldn't be about arrogance. It's not about being loud. It's about walking in the room like you just own it and that you've been invited into it. It's about feeling like you belong. Self-efficacy, the belief that you can influence outcomes. And that belief is audacity. And I want you to walk into every scenario and say, I belong here. My voice matters. My presence isn't accidental, because I matter. You matter. It's not about spotlight hogging at all. It's beyond that. Are you going to remain as one of those people who are holding on to ideas, dreams, and truths that they've been too afraid and too scared to voice out? Or are you going to be the one that says, I know my place and it's my turn. It's my turn. Are you the one that's going to change the narrative from the rural Scotland? Are you the teenager who is going to apply for internship in London, in Monaco, in New York, despite being told, oh, folk like us don't go into the tune? Dare to be different. Audacity is universal and it's also personal. Allow your brain to be wired differently so that you get different results. It's about taking advantage of the seats that are laid before us. I almost didn't take the seat that had been laid before me once upon a time in a boardroom. So from me to you, from Human Focused to your organization, it's goodbye from now. Until next time, Wednesday, same time, here. You take care.